the weekend almost here, and that means it could be a great time to catch a movie. For more on this, we're joined live now by film critic Richard Crouse. Good to see you, Richard. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, let's talk about Final Destination: Bloodlines. This is the 6th film in the Bloody franchise. Is it worth a watch?
It sure is. And it's been 14 years since one of these has been in theaters. And if you think back to the original 5 franchise entries, you have to note that they're not really big on story. You don't really go to these movies to find tightly crafted stories. What you go for are these very elaborate kills, these almost like Rube Goldberg-esque kind of kills where something happens and that triggers something else and triggers something else and triggers something else, and then you have carnage. And what this movie does really well is build that anticipation. You will find yourself edging yourself toward the front of your seat just to see what's going to happen next, because these are so outrageous. It's a lot of fun. They paint the screen with plasma. There's a lot of dark humor here. Don't go expecting a great story. Just go expecting a movie that doesn't take itself all that seriously. It's called Final Destination: Bloodlines, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars for a long weekend.
All right, important to set those expectations. Let's talk about Friendship. It's a new cringe comedy now playing in theaters.
It doesn't get much more awkward than this. It really doesn't. There's a guy called Tim Robinson who is the star of this. And if you know his work, you know that he specializes in really cringy, awkward kind of comedy that is meant to make you feel uncomfortable. And he is in full form here, playing Craig, a guy with no friends who suddenly makes friends with the cool guy next door. They hang out a few times. They have beers. They get to know that big circle of friends that the cool guy always hangs around with. And then he does something stupid and he gets kicked out of the group, and he spends the rest of the movie trying to get back in, trying to feel that warm embrace of friendship again. And this is a movie that will depend, I suppose, your enjoyment on it is to how cringy you like your comedy. I loved it. I thought it was funny. I thought it was smart. And the thing that I liked about it so much is that while this character, Craig, played by Tim Robinson, does terrible things, you still kind of have empathy for him simply because he just wants to be accepted. So I give this one 3.5 stars out of 5. It's called Friendship, and it's in theaters right now.
Okay. A lot of people in Toronto, in Scarborough specifically, will be keeping their eyes peeled for this. Hurry Up Toronto is based on the Weeknd's 6th studio name of the same name. Is this his story? What's this about?
It's kind of a story called Hurry Up Tomorrow, and it's based on an incident, or at least partially inspired by an incident that happened in 2022 when, according to everything that I've read, according to psychological stress, he lost his voice in a concert, and it really sort of made him think about his life and the direction things were going in. And that's sort of what we see brought to the big screen here in a movie that essentially seems like a long music video. The story is tangential. It takes a long time to get where it's going. The music is great, but the movie itself doesn't really hold up. I think that it might have been a cool idea to break this up into a number of different music videos, and then you can watch them separately, or perhaps if you want to, if you're a super fan, watch them all together and make your own movie out of them. As it is, I gave Hurry Up Tomorrow, despite the great music, 1.5 stars out of 5, and it's in theaters this weekend.
Okay, that's disappointing. I'm running out of time here, but I really want to get in this last movie on my list. Please, After You. This is a new Canadian comedy, and it begins with an Iranian immigrant searching for a better life in this country.
And doing everything he can. He gets a degree in engineering. He's got 2 jobs. He's doing everything right. And then his cousin Omid shows up. And Omid is a guy kind of like a bull in a china shop. He sabotages, not meaning to, but he sabotages all the good work that Ali has been putting in here in terms of really getting his life on track. So this is kind of an odd couple comedy. It stretches the credulity a little little bit from time to time. You can't believe that these two get up to some of the things they get up to, but it's all warmth. It's all about being accepted. And this is a movie that's meant to uplift you. So you'll walk out of the theater. In this case, it's on VOD this weekend. But after the end credits roll, you'll feel better than you did when the movie began. It's called Please After You on VOD this weekend, and I gave it 3 out of 5 stars.
Love me some good Canadian content. Richard Crouse, always good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great long weekend.
You too. Thank you very much.